Hello everyone and welcome into the studios here at WJHI. I am Clay Ables and joining with us today is another new guest here at Jeffersonville High School, our new girls basketball coach and former Jeffersonville basketball star, a part of the 1993 state championship team. As we said, now taking over as the girls basketball coach, Mr. Cory Norman. Coach, how are we doing today?
Good, you. Thanks for having me.
Excited to have you back in here. I'm telling you, it feels like every week's a new reunion. First we have Sharon Wilkerson come back as the boys coach. Larry Owens, former baseball player, he joins back in as the athletic director. Now you're the girls basketball coach. Tell me, why is this a time for everybody that's from the past of Jeffersonville coming back? It seems like everybody's making the reunion now. What's changed to make you, Sharon, and Larry all want to be a part of Jeff High today?
I think being an alumni, that everybody that's played here is a special place, and to come home and try to give back to the community and the kids, it's always a special thing. I think it's just a good time to bring everybody back and try to turn some things around and get Jeff going back into a championship direction.
Now for you, we'll talk a little bit about this. You've had a lot of success here as a player. You've had success as a coach. Most recently, you were with Sharon Wilkerson on his staff at Logansport. Missy Voiles, who was the coach here, she retired pretty abruptly about a month or two ago to decide to retire. Now you have the opportunity to be the girls coach here. Was this job on your radar, or what were you thinking down the road a couple months ago? Because this job wasn't even available until just recently.
Well, jobs at Jeffersonville are always on my radar. You know, coming home is obviously a thing that's always good to do. I'd applied for several other girls' jobs throughout the state, so this is nothing out of the ordinary for me. I was hopeful when I saw that it opened that I could get the position, and luck went my way.
Now tell me a little bit about Logansport. You're known here as a Jeff guy, but you and Sharon both coming from Logansport. Tell me about that experience, how you all worked together, and what you thought of the community and what you were able to accomplish up there.
It was a different situation, kind of like Jeffersonville, but a smaller community. Obviously, without Louisville across the river, makes the population go down. It was a very diverse place. Athletically, there's a lot of sports, but not a lot of athletes. Makes a challenging situation. So there were some things that were challenges, but Sharon did a great job coaching them last year, and pretty much did the best we could do, and we made some headway. We left them in a better place than they were in.
Now let's talk about this. We talked about Sharon and you all working together at Logansport. He's now the boys coach, you're now the girls coach here. I know there's a big initiative now with Larry Owens as the athletic director. Like to have all the programs working together, going in the same direction. Tell me how you think you're going to partner up with Sharon and the girls and boys basketball programs, and how you think you can help each other on each side.
Well, first I think that Sharon's going to do a great job with the boys, take them to a different direction and a good direction. I think that we'll support each other. I'll definitely have the girls come to boys games and support that way. He knows I'm always there for him. Anything he needs me to help him with, I'm always able and willing to help him.
We're here with Cory Norman, our new girls basketball coach here at Jeffersonville High School at the WJHI studios. Coach, tell me a little bit about your style of play. I think everybody looks back at those 90s teams, and they see you, they see Sharon, they see Coach Broughton. Everybody's flying up and down the court. Everybody loves watching those tapes and remembers those days, obviously the 1993 state championship team. What kind of style do you bring as a coach? How much of your experience post-Jeffersonville comes into it? What are we going to see when the Red Devils hit the court?
Well, we'll change it up a little bit. Defensively, we'll pick up and get after the other team a little bit. But on offense, definitely we're going to get up and down. We're going to push the ball, keep the other team on their heels, and have an up-tempo type of pace.
Now for you, when you look at yourself as a player now as a coach, I know a lot of people as a player, you know, they look at how they can impact the game, and certainly you were a great player, so was Sharon, the success you have. When you join a coaching staff, I know you were an assistant coach with Sharon, now head coach here. What have you picked up, and tell us a little bit about your experiences after Jeff High. Some of the places you've been to. Sharon, I know when we talked to him the other day, talked about all the different styles he learned from playing overseas basketball and just a different perspective. For you, what have you learned after Jeff High that you think has made you a better basketball mind?
I think there's a lot of different ways and styles to play. I played for some good coaches, Evansville, Harrison, Jennings County, I've coached there. Probably 3 or 4 other places. I've also had some time coaching in the college level, junior college and NAIA, and just picking up how the tempo can be different and different styles of play. Definitely, you know, and maybe a different type of coach.
Now, when you look at this Lady Red Devil team coming in next year, I know you're going to meet the group here soon. For you, what do you see with this team? I know they made a big jump in year 2 for Coach Voiles, getting to double-digit wins, having a winning record, pushed #1 BNL to the brink in the sectionals. What do you see with this upcoming team, and how much do you know about your team here coming in at this point?
Well, I know what's on paper so far. Here in about an hour or two, I'm going to meet the team. We're going to invite them to come out and have some chicken wings and just get together and just kind of relax and get to know each other. But as far as the program itself, I think it's in a good place, and we're going to try to build on it and get them going in a faster direction. And hopefully the girls, so far I can tell, they're ready to go and energetic, and they're excited.
A big thing that's been really on everybody's mind, not just with the basketball program, but with the girls' basketball program, football, baseball, you name it, everybody talks about, hey, when we look back at the success of Jeffersonville, 70s, 80s, 90s, the key was starting from the ground up at elementary, building your way through the middle school and high school, keeping kids here in Jeff High. I know that's a big point of emphasis so far for Sharon. I'm sure it is for you. Tell me a little bit about how you're going to be involved with elementary and middle schools and developing the feeder program so when they get to Jeff High, they're ready to go.
Obviously, through camps and clinics, basically living in the gym, elementary games, I'm going to make as many as I can. I'm going to have my staff also make as many games as they can at the elementary level. Same for the middle school level, and basically show them that we are here, we're watching, and we want you to be here at Jeffersonville, and this is your next home in the future.
Now tell me, when we look at the middle school, elementary school program, I know you talked about style and things of that nature. How much of a benefit do you think it is in terms of community? Because everybody around here knows you. I think half the people here are probably related to you, the other half are your best friends. There's some way or another, you and Sharon know everybody around this community. How big of a benefit is that for you coming home and really you walk in from day one, unlike Logansport, you know everybody here?
I think it's a benefit, knowing everybody, and also being from here, we've seen when everything was a championship level. And I think, watching the transition, the ups and the downs, the highs and lows, I think we're in a good position and knowledgeable enough to know how to get it back to where it used to be.
Now take me through this. If I'm looking at you and you're getting ready to start here, I know basketball season's still a while away, but summer's a big point in time here where you want to get things rolling. Tell me a little about what are your first plans of action? What are some of the things you want to work on from day one to say, hey, we need to hit these points of emphasis to get the program rolling? What's biggest on your agenda?
Well, the biggest thing is one word: development. Obviously, there's not just a team development, but individual development. So starting next week, we're going to start, some workouts and get the girls back in the gym together and do some individual development. And then from there, we can build and grow to the team concept.
Now, the last thing I'll ask you here, but as we wrap it up here today with Coach Norman, our new girls basketball coach, and I asked the same question to Sharon, I asked the same question to Larry Owens, new athletic director. If you're a parent, student athlete, fan, booster club, whatever it may be, what's the best way to support Jeff girls basketball and you? How can they bring the program and the fans together? Because the other night we were out at Hoopsters and we saw just a big group of people wanting to bring Jeff athletics back to where they were, and it seems like the support's going to be there. So tell us, what's the best way that support system can help you all out in the basketball program?
Definitely, I think that the one thing that kids today don't have the benefit of is what we had, which was the large crowds. I think that just coming out and just being there and participate in the crowd is the biggest thing I can think we can ask for. Other than that, joining booster clubs and just showing the kids that you're there to support them.
Well, Coach, I know everybody's excited to have you back here. It's a great reunion time for everybody. You coming in as the girls' coach, Sharon with boys basketball, Larry at the athletic director. It's a fantastic time to be here at Jeffersonville High School, and we're excited to have you here.
Thank you. Excited to be back.
That is Coach Cory Norman, our new Jeffersonville girls basketball coach, here with us today at the WJHI studios. As this show produced on our WJHI channels will be available online at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, also on Cable 184 to watch, along with on the radio at 98.5 FM and WJHI.com for streaming audio. For Coach Cory Norman, I'm Clay Abel saying so long and thank you for listening. This has been another edition of 98.5 WJHI, LP Jeffersonville, the home of the Red Devil Network.